Well, we're about done fishing for today, and I was just talking with Sarge. One of my viewers wanted me to recite the Cremation of Sam McGee, which I've done before. I said, well, go watch it. I did it about a year ago. And they said, no, I want you to do it again. So, if you got 5.5 minutes to waste, if I don't run out of battery, if I can remember it. Here we go. There are strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. Those Arctic trails have secret tales that'll make your blood run cold. And those northern lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was that night on the marge at Lake LaBarge. I cremated Sam McGee. Now, Sam McGee was from Tennessee, where the cotton blooms and blows. Why he left his home in the south to roam around the pole, God only knows. He was always cold, but the land of gold seemed to hold him like a spell. Oh, he'd often say in his homely way, I'd sooner live in hell. On a Christmas day, we were mushing our way over the Dawson Trail, and you talk of your cold through the parka's fold, that stabbed like a driven nail. For our eyes we closed and the lashes froze, and sometimes we couldn't see. It wasn't much fun, but the only one to whimper was Sam McGee. And on that very night, as we laid packed tight, our robes beneath the snow, the stars overhead, the dogs were fed, and the stars overhead were dancing heel to toe. He looked at me, and Cap, said he, I'll cash in this trip, I guess. But if I do, I'm asking you, won't refuse my last request. Well, he seemed so low, I couldn't say no. He said with sort of a moan, it's this cursed cold, it's got right hold, till I'm chilled clean through to the bone. Yet, 'tain't being dead, it's the awful dread of that icy grave that pains. So I want you to swear, whether foul nor fair, you'll cremate my last remains. Well, a Palin needs a thing to eat, I swore it would not fail. A streak of dawn we were mushing on, God, he looked ghastly pale. He was lashed to the sleigh, and he raved all day of his home in Tennessee. But before nightfall, a corpse was all that was left of Sam McGee. Now, there wasn't a breath in that land of death as I hurried horror-driven. Corpse half hid I couldn't get rid because of a promise given. He was lashed to the sleigh, and it seemed to say, you may tax your brawn and brains, but you promised true, and it's up to you to cremate those last remains. Well, a promise made's a debt unpaid, and the trail has its own stern code. The days to come, though my lips were dumb, in my heart how I cursed that load. In the long, long nights by the lone firelight, and the huskies round in a ring, howled their woes to the homeless snows. God, how I loathed that thing. And every day that quiet clay seemed to heavy and heavier grow. On I went, though the dogs were spent and the grub was getting low. The trail was bad and I felt half mad, but I swore I would not give in. And I'd often sing to that hateful thing, and it hearkened with a grin. And I came to the marge on Lake LaBarge, and a derelict there lay. It was jammed in the ice, but I saw on it thrice. It was called the Alice May. And I looked at it, and I thought a bit. I looked at my frozen chum, and here, said I, with a sudden cry, is my crematorium. Some planks I tore from the cabin floor, and I lit the boiler fire. The coal I found that was lying round, and I heaped the fuel higher. The flames just soared, and the furnace roared in such a blaze you'd seldom see. I burrowed a hole in that glowing coal, and I stuffed in Sam McGee. And I took a hike, for I didn't like to hear him sizzle so. The heavens scowled, and the huskies howled, and the wind began to blow. It was icy cold, and the hot sweat rolled down my cheeks, and I don't know why. And that greasy smoke in an inky cloak went streaking down the sky. I do not know how long in the snow I'd wrestled with grisly fear. The stars came out and danced about, and here again I ventured near. I was sick with dread, but I bravely said, I'll just take a peek inside. I guess he's cooked, and it's time I looked, and the door I opened wide. And there sat Sam, looking cool and calm in the heart of the furnace roar. And he wore a smile you could see a mile, and said, please close that door. It's fine in here, but I greatly fear you'll let in the wind and storm. Since Plum Tree down to Tennessee, that's the first time I've been warm. are strange things done in the midnight sun, whether meant memorial for gold. Those Arctic trails have secret tales that'll make your blood run cold. Those northern lights have seen queer sights, but the queerest they ever did see was that night on the marge at Lake LaBarge. I cremated Sam McGee. How are you making it, Sarge?